All right, everybody, welcome to, sorry, that's gross. Welcome to week 4 of the semester. Wow, okay, my allergies are killing me today. Yay, fun. So for week 4, there's no module to do. There's no analysis paper or quiz to do. Instead, all we're doing is tackling the midterm exam, which will be worth about 10% of your overall grade. So it is pretty important. What we're doing is we're basically, sorry, distracted. We're answering a couple essays, or we're writing a couple essays for the midterm exam. I thought about sort of how I wanted to do this. I kind of went back and forth on how I wanted to do the midterm, and I was going to get you a study guide for all this like big battery of questions I was going to ask, and I thought, like, that's kind of lame. So instead, you're just spending this week answering 2 questions. And those questions are up on Blackboard under the midterm exam. And you just submit them by the end of Friday, July 3rd, like you would any other week. So you have all week to write on these 2 questions. And the questions are this. They kind of, they're broad questions, and they talk about sort of these big ideas we've been reading about and writing about over the last 3 weeks. So the first question is, did the French Revolution succeed in its goals of fulfilling Enlightenment ideas about what is a good government? Like, in other words, did the French Revolution create a good government? Did it fulfill these Enlightenment theories like, oh, we can kick out our government if it sucks and build a better one? Did the French Revolution actually succeed in that? Or did it not? And that's up to you to take a stand on, one way or another. And the second question is, was the Industrial Revolution overall a good thing for the West? Or did it produce more problems than it solved? Right? Was the Industrial Revolution a good thing or a bad thing? Right? And I'm not looking for a right or wrong, like there's no set right or wrong answers to both of these questions. I just want to see how well you guys can use the materials in the textbook and the historical sources we've been reading over the last 3 weeks. How well can you use those things to build arguments one way or another for each of these questions? Like I almost don't care like what your stance is. I mean, I do want to see what you guys think. But in terms of grading, your grade is what? Sorry, I'm getting all kinds of different things happening. That's being a stay-at-home dad. So yeah, I don't care what your answer is. Like, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just you're being graded on how well can you build an argument one way or another, using good English and using sources. I don't want to see any outside sources. Just use the materials we've been discussing over the last 3 modules and the textbook, definitely. Please cite your sources when you use them in the essays. I'm also not looking for any minimum length. Like, if you want to devote, a ton of pages to one essay, like, that's fine. If you can answer the question and make a really good argument in fewer pages, like if you I don't want to put a number on it necessarily, but like 1 to 2 pages per essay, if you can do a good job of making a well-sourced argument one way or another for each of these essays in that amount of space, that's fine. Okay, like I'm going to be grading you on the efficacy of your arguments. Okay, so, and to a lesser extent, English, basic English skills. So you want to structure these essays the same way you would an analysis paper, like have your name up top and like what question you're answering and that sort of thing, intro, body, conclusion. But that's all you have to do this week is just the exam, the midterm exam. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know. But yeah, that's all you're doing for week 4. So hopefully it's doable for you. I would start working on these sooner than later if you can. And maybe like start out thinking about like what your argument, like what side you're going to take for each question, and then go from there. But I just want to see how well you guys write an argument down. Like, that's really good. Persuasive writing is a really good skill to have in the real world. No matter what career you go into, you need to know how to defend yourself rhetorically if you're going to get anywhere post-college. So, yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to go see what my family wants. They're desperately trying to flag me down. So I will see you guys. Yeah, have a good week.